friends, and welcome to today's video. So today I'd like to give you some tips about how to travel during COVID or during a pandemic. So since this whole pandemic started, one of the things I've heard the most is that you can't travel, and I don't think that's true. I think there are always possibilities to travel, just this whole situation makes it a little more difficult for us. So even if you're stuck in the country where you're currently living, you can still travel in your own country or go on day trips. If you can't book accommodations, I think right now it's very important to look at all the possibilities that are still there instead of looking at what we can't do right now. So today I want to give you some tips that hopefully make travel for you a little easier. My number one tip for you is to stay flexible with your travel plans. So especially as a full-time traveler, I feel like plans are changing all the time, and I prefer to book accommodations that have a last-minute cancellation policy. So if anything changes, like I can't go on the plane or the routes change suddenly and I'll have to go into quarantine, or I just can't leave the place where I'm currently at because I enjoy too much, then I still have the possibility to cancel last minute and change my plans. So of course you can plan in advance, but I would only book things that you can cancel or change last minute. Like there's some airlines that let you change flights for free, which I think is a great thing right now. So whatever you do, just try to stay as flexible as you can and always have a backup plan. So the way I am planning my travels right now is, okay, let's say I want to go to Spain. Then my plan B might be to go to Portugal, and then plan C might be to go to Greece, and then plan D might be to go to Georgia. Like I always have a backup plan, other ideas in mind if I have to change my travel plans spontaneously. I would also advise you to keep checking the news of the country you're planning to travel to. So let's say I want to go to Italy, then I would check the news every now and then about Italy, and especially more the last week just before I go there. And I'll check all the routes again at least 48 hours before I go on the plane. So if anything changes, I might still be able to change my flight, to cancel my accommodation, and change my whole travel plans. When you have a destination in mind, I'm sure that you're going to check the rules of the country you're going to, but it's very, very important to also check the rules of the countries where you might have a transit. Because I had that situation a few times where I just needed a PCR test for the country where I have like a 1-hour stop until going to the final destination. You don't want to be at the airport and then they're telling you that you can't go on the plane because you can't enter the country where the plane stops on the way, or because you don't have the right test or anything like that. So check the rules for all the places you're going to stop at and the final destination. And my last tip for you, which is pretty obvious, is to keep the basics in mind. So especially when I have a day of traveling where I'm in buses and trains and planes and at different airports, I use hand sanitizer a lot, and I'm trying to keep distance to other people, which I know when you're actually traveling is a lot harder, but these are the basic things that keep you safe. So I really hope that these tips will help you to travel more often and explore the world. If you found this content helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I hope to see you again on my next video. Bye guys!